What up gamers, I'm Jason and today on Dice and Dragons I'm going to be unboxing The Few and Cursed, designed by Mike Gnade and published by Rock Manor Games. Big thanks to Mike and Rock Manor for sending us this review copy. Now the game is based on a comic book by Felipe Cagno and Fabiano Neves. Hopefully I pronounced all those names right. If I did not, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. I'd like to get it right when we do our review of the game. Now what are you doing in The Few and Cursed? Well, this is a post-apocalyptic world. You are traveling around the desert of the Pacific Ocean. Society has just stopped and there are people that have been cursed. You are a curse-chasing bounty hunter who is competing against other bounty hunters to become the grittiest one in the West. Well, how are you going to do that? Well, catching bounties, defeating cursed monsters, and the game will end once 3 monsters have been defeated or all of the artifacts have been claimed. Now, enough of me talking about the game. Let's take a look at what's in the box. Now we're going to take a look at what's in the box for The Few and Cursed. Eager to see what we've got. Move that to the side. We're going to slide the box over and we'll leave it lengthwise. I think I'll have enough room over here. So we do have some cool artwork. I love when we get stuff like this included in games. Pretty cool. Now we've got the rule book for The Few and Cursed. I do like the fact that it does use the comic book art. So far everything looks nice, straightforward. Big images. Can't really see too much to complain about with the layout. Looking forward to learning the game and getting it to the table. Now I've got the tokens. Looks like we've got some $5 tokens, $1 token, $10 tokens, and then some different tokens for items as well as the first player token. Now here we've got the board. Do my best to open it up. It is a large board, so I'll do my best to showcase it to you while making sure that we've got a nice close-up look of everything. It's always tricky to show off these boards. So we'll start from one side. We're going to move across. I'm actually going to fold it in partially just to give myself some room. You can really see what the board looks like. Now we didn't see the bottom of the other part of it, but we'll also flip it over because it is double-sided, which I do think is pretty cool. So I think I'll probably be playing with this dark side unless there's some different rules. And you get an idea as to what you're going to be playing on. Very cool board. I love the feel of it. And we do have some miniatures here. So let's start. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at some of the other stuff first. We'll come back to the minis because I do not know all of the characters. Now we've got the player boards, so you can play as Annabelle, Jebediah, and Messinas, and the Redhead. So these are the 4 characters that you can play as in the game. We've got some stickers. Now, not quite sure what these are for. I'll have to take a look at the rulebook, or maybe there's something published on the Kickstarter page. Here we've got just some cubes. Now we've got a few different sets of cubes. Not quite sure what they're for. I'm not going to take them out. I'm guessing that some of them are for the different players. Probably 1, 2, 3, these 4. Not sure what the other ones are, but the colored ones are probably for the players. Yeah, if we take a look at what we have here, you can see we've got the different player colors. Well, there isn't a purple one, so I'm not quite sure what the purple one is for, so it probably has something to do with the curse. But these are the cubes that are going to be going inside your player boards. And right now it looks like we've got, 4 of them. So there's only 3 tracks on those player boards. Not sure what the 4th is for. Could be for scoring. Yeah, probably for scoring around the board that you can see a little over here. Now, we don't need to showcase these, just the nice plastic clips that are fairly standard in a lot of games. Now, I do love the fact that we have some plastic bags. And as I'm going to be unboxing, opening up these cards, I'm going to take the bags, open them up, I'll place them off camera. It's just going to make my life a little easier by putting the cards back in the bags before I rebox everything. Now we've got some tokens here. So I'm not quite sure what these are for. We got wooden tokens, red, purple, brown and black. So some of these do correspond with the colors that we saw for the cubes. And it's pretty cool. I always love wooden components. I know that they're becoming less and less prevalent due to sometimes the importation rules, but still very cool. Now let's take a look at this pack of cards here. Try to figure out what they are. I'm guessing these are items. As you can see, we've got a jar of dirt, the Eye of Horus, Touch of Evil, Boomerang, Faith, Book of Tella, Eldorado Idol, Youth Elixir, the Twins, Tiscali Fangs, Rostam's Medallion, Piece of Crows. So all of these are items that you can acquire. And the rest of these, sprint cards, uppercuts, supernatural speed, hired gun, treasure hunting, dodge and punch, blessing, snatch, armed robbery. These all look to be like standard deck cards. Now for the moment, I'm guessing I'm going to have to do some more organizing, just looking at the stack of cards that we have there in order to create the decks. But to keep everything sorted right now, I'm just going to place these into a bag and put them back into the box for the moment. Now, as we were clearly looking at the player cards, let's take a look at more of them here. And I do like the fact that they're standard. This is a deck building game. I'm not quite sure where the asymmetrical aspect comes in. It could have something to do with what's on the player boards. We'll keep looking. So Dark Arts on the plan B, roll and shoot. We've got some stats quite clearly up there. Looks like draw 2 cards. This definitely looks like the kind of game that I'm gonna want to play. So Cursed. So here we've got cards specifically for the Redhead, Jebediah. So these are the character-specific cards. Moved by Faith, Annabelle, and Masoness. So cool stuff. Be interested to see how their powers and abilities differ. I like the fact that you've got a nice spot for your deck, it looks like there. It doesn't look like there is a character card per se, unless character cards are going to be in there. So we've taken a look at the cards that we can acquire. We'll still continue looking at the large cards. There we go. So it does look like there are some character cards that will be going into the board. This is just a little stuck, but I'll get it open. All right, so let's see what we've got here. So we've got character cards that look to be double-sided. So we're looking at the back of them, I'm guessing right now. If they become cursed, Jebediah, Masoness, and Annabelle. Let's look at the standard side. So we got the Redhead, Jebediah, Masoness, and Annabelle. Pretty cool. Looks like we've got these different curses that we're going to be going after. We can get rewards. And these ones are also double-sided. So they can be cursed or uncursed. Not quite sure how that works. Then we'll take a look at what these are. Looks to be like the different bounties that we're going to be going after, or objectives in order to level up our character and win the game. So we've got these different sets of cards here, which looks to be encounters and things that will happen depending on where we are, desert, ruins, or canyons. And then we've got some of the big guys, so Crow Prime, Scally, Wendigo, the White Demon, Barrett, Bartholomew Emus, Alistair Fairweather, so Hangman. So not all of them are necessarily cursed. The Cult of Horus, Rattler's Elite, Butch Talbot, Guards, Laverne, Call the Coward. So definitely some cool stuff. And we do have some minis in there, not for all the characters, but definitely for some of them. So we'll put them out here, take a look. looks like we've got the Wendigo here. Not bad detail on the miniatures. So Wendigo, guessing here. Unfortunately, his gun's a little curved, but a little hot water should be able to snap that back into place. We've got Jebediah. We've got, I believe, the Scally. Maybe this was the Wendigo. So I got the name's wrong. This looks like the Crow demon that we're going to have to fight, or the cursed one. Here we've got Annabelle. The redhead, very cool miniature. And here is Masoness wielding a sword. I always like having miniatures in the game. Even if you could go with standees sometimes. I mean, if you have a small amount of minis, I'd rather have miniatures. It just adds a little something. But it's not always necessary for the game. So we're just about done with our unboxing. I only have one bag left, so I'll put both of these small pack of cards in together now. Unfortunately, we don't have easy way to open them. There's a little hole there, but that can be tricky to use without necessarily damaging the cards. Good thing the packaging was loose enough that was easy to get undone. So we've got all the same type of cards here. Looks to be like we got some allies that we can get, or people to rescue. Yeah, so these are definitely all just different people that we're going to see across the land. So I mean, we're looking here, jobs completed. So maybe they're allies or different things that we can add, or things we're going to come across with camps and ruins. Special cards for Masoness. So it'll be interesting to see how these all fit into the actual gameplay. And then we'll open up the last pack right here. It's going to be a little tricky. It looks to have some upgrades and things we can get, like horses. Now the smaller pack's a little trickier to get open. Got the edge open, but I'm trying not to damage the cards. I'll try with the other side. Oh, it's not easy. See if I can use the fact that I've got that hole just to get a little bit more of it opened up. Oh, there we go. Scratch along the top will do it. So sorry about that delay. But we got it open. I really hate when there's not a neat, clean way to open up packs of cards. One of my pet peeves. So we got horses, weapons, Winchester rifle, equipment that we can get during the game that will add some different abilities. Even a Gatling gun, Colt Walker, revolver. Very cool stuff. Looking forward to see how this all interacts together in the game. So there you have it. We've unboxed the Few and Cursed. Now, I'm going to get everything organized back into the box. Maybe we'll be seeing some expansions in the future because this is quite the large box for the game. Now, the reason why it's so large is primarily because of the board more so than anything else. And that takes up the most room. These player boards placed underneath everything else. And we didn't look at the other side of the player board, so no, they're just blank. No turn order or anything like that. And there you have it, the Few and the Cursed from Rock Manor Games. So keep it right here, because as soon as I get this top back on, I'll be coming back at you with a quick outro. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, don't forget to click the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when our next video is released. Also, down below in the video description, you'll find links to all of our social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you'd like to see pictures from the Few and the Cursed when Julie and I get it to the table, definitely follow us down below on those feeds. Now, popping up in front of me are going to be links to some of our other videos. The one over here will be a link to our most recent release. And over here will be, well, I'll try to find something that is Western themed. And then once it is available, it will be a link to our review and how to play of the Few and Cursed. Now, with that being said, don't forget, keep playing games.